Hello guys, and welcome to Astrology Coaching by Anatoly in YouTube and Facebook. Today we are going to discuss retrograde Mercury. That is happening on 10th of May till 3rd of June 2022, and this will be according to Vedic Astrology. Just to repeat again, this is Astrology Coaching. This is Astrology channel and coaching channel that is based on Vedic Astrology, which is different from the Western astrology. Vedic Astrology is using sidereal system, calculation system. Western astrology is using the tropical calculation system. This is very important. I want to repeat it. So, according to Vedic Astrology, retrograde Mercury will be retrograde, as I told you, from 10th of May till 3rd of June 2022 in the sign of Taurus. Just I want to mention that retrograde Mercury is not so scary. I seen online or in the television that people are very scared from retrograde Mercury, but this is not. This is just a normal retrograde movement of the planet. Of course, it can create some issues, it can create some troubles, but this is not so scary, and it's not so. It's not such a big event. Basically, every year Mercury is retrograde around 3 times. Jupiter is retrograde every year. Saturn is retrograde every year. What is more important is the retrograde movement of planets that are not so often retrograde, like Venus, like Mars. They can create more issues. But retrograde Mercury, retrograde Jupiter, retrograde Saturn, they're always retrograde each year. So don't worry about that. So basically, Mercury is the planet of communication, business, education, information, analytical thinking, and when we have retrograde, when Mercury goes retrograde, there can be some problems, issues, chaos in communication, in traveling, in information, devices that are related to communication, business problems with the information, maybe less profits, and some people, very often, during retrograde Mercury, people from the past come back in your life. For many of my friends, when there are retrograde Mercury, there are people, ex-lovers, ex-friends that come back in their life. With me, it's not the case, but for most of the people, this is the case. Taurus, this is the sign where Mercury will be retrograde, is the sign of money, finance, savings, family lineage, the sign of that rules the face, half of the face, the vocal cords, the art. Taurus is ruled by Venus, so it is very artistic sign. So this is important because this year I think Mercury will be retrograde in all the earth signs. We started in January. Mercury was retrograde in Capricorn. Now in May it will be retrograde in Taurus, and in September it will be retrograde in Virgo. So this year Mercury will ask us to think, to change, to focus on the earth influence of the zodiac signs. So now I'm going to say some general predictions, what to expect for all Ascendant and Moon signs, what they can expect from the retrograde Mercury. Of course, this is general speaking. Everything depends on your natal chart. This is very important. I want to repeat it because some of you, depending on your natal chart, will feel retrograde Mercury stronger, and other may not even feel that it is retrograde Mercury. Everything depends on your natal chart. So for Aries Ascendant and Moon sign, retrograde Mercury will be in your second house. Second house is the house of money, family. So you have to be careful how you speak with your family. You have to be careful what you are saying in front of people, because second house is the house of speaking, public speaking. You have to be careful how you spend your money. For people who have Taurus, Moon and Ascendant, Mercury will be retrograde over your Ascendant. So this is not time to make big changes in your life. It is time to prepare yourself. And then when Mercury is direct, then you have to fulfill the plans that you have. For all Gemini, Ascendant and Moon, Mercury will be retrograde in your 12th house. And Mercury is your ruler. Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. So if you have plans to go abroad, if you want to travel, if you have projects related to foreign lands, foreigners, ashrams, hospitals, prisons, places that are behind the scene, or places that are in the dark, like bars, restaurants, dark clubs, then you have to be more careful, because there can be some issues with the communications, issues with traveling, issues with the information. If you go to hospital, there can be some wrong diagnosis. So be careful and pay attention to everything that is going on in this field. For Cancer, Ascendant and Moon sign, Mercury will be retrograde in your 11th house, the house of friends, income, dreams, goals, professional circles. So be careful how you speak with your friends, with your professional circles. It is not time to start new projects related to your goals. It is time to prepare, and then when Mercury goes direct on 3rd of June, you'll be able to fulfill your dreams. Leo, Ascendant and Moon, Mercury will be retrograde in your 10th house. This is the house of career. So this is not the best time to change job. This is not the best time to ask for promotions. It is time to prepare. And then when Mercury is direct, then you can go forward and fulfill whatever you want in your career. For Virgo, Ascendant and Moon, Mercury will be retrograde in your 9th house, the house of education, father, teachers, religion, philosophy, traveling. There can be issues with traveling, there can be issues with communication with father, education, teachers. So be careful in this field. For Libra, Ascendant and Moon, Mercury. This is the 10th video I'm doing. So yeah, I'm a little bit tired. So Mercury will be retrograde in your 8th house. 8th house is the house of transformation, death and rebirth, occult, in-laws, other people's money. So if your job is related with other people's money, be careful not to make mistakes. Be careful how you speak with your in-laws. If you want to start, for example, business related to astrology, psychotherapy, psychology, occult field, don't start it now. Don't start it now. Wait till Mercury goes direct. For Scorpio, Ascendant and Moon, Mercury will be retrograde in your 7th house, the house of spouse, marriage, business partnership. So there can be some issues here. There can be some miscommunications, or there can be a person from your past that can come back to your life. Be careful. Don't start anything new with this person till Mercury goes direct. When Mercury goes direct, then you can start a relationship with the person that comes from your past. For Sagittarius, Ascendant and Moon, Mercury will be retrograde in your 6th house. 6th house is the house of health, daily routine, daily work, conflicts, colleagues. So be careful how you speak with your colleagues. If you have some health issues, old health issues, it is time to heal them now. It will be the best period to heal, to pay attention to your health and cure old illness. It is not a good time to start a new diet or a new way of living, because when Mercury goes direct, maybe you will change it. This was Sagittarius. Now we're speaking about Capricorn, Ascendant and Moon. Mercury will be retrograde in your 5th house, love, romance, children. So be careful how you speak with your children. People from the past can appear again in your life. Be careful there. Don't start new relationship till Mercury goes direct. When Mercury goes direct, then you can start a new relationship in love and romance and everything. Be careful with the investments. Aquarius, Ascendant and Moon, Mercury will be retrograde in your 4th house. The 4th house is the house of mother, the house of happiness, apartments, motherland, lands. So this is not the best time to buy a new car, new apartment. There can be some miscommunication with your mother and people from your motherlands. Pisces Ascendant and Pisces Moon sign, Mercury will be retrograde in your 3rd house, so be careful how you communicate. If you have online business, be careful what you put in your website or in your YouTube, because this can create some issues. Be careful how you communicate with your siblings and your cousins and your neighbors. There can be some issues with the communication. So this was retrograde Mercury from 10th of May till 3rd of June 2022 in Taurus. Of course, this is just a general speaking. Everything depends on your chart. You should know that, and you don't have to worry a lot. Just you should know the main signification of Mercury that I said at the beginning of the video, and pay attention to that. Okay? Thank you for watching this video, and see you soon.